I'm about to tell you the reason most people will never reach their true potential. Every hour you think you're studying hard, you're actually training yourself to fail. That tower of textbooks staring at you, it's dead weight. Those neat, colorful notes you slaved over, useless decoration. That all-nighter you suffered through, it made you weaker, not smarter. The brutal truth is, 95% of students are trapped in a broken system, designed to keep them average. But the top 5%, they know a secret so powerful, it flips the entire game upside down. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly what they do differently. And once you hear it, you'll never look at studying the same way again. Here's a fact that will make your blood boil. You've been lied to your entire academic life. Every teacher, every study guide, every educational system has fed you the same advice that guarantees failure. They told you to highlight everything important. They said reread your notes until you memorize them. They promised that more hours equals better grades. Every single piece of this advice is scientifically proven to be wrong. Not just ineffective, wrong. You've been using a broken GPS, leading you in circles, while your destination gets further away. Right now, while you're struggling to remember what you studied yesterday, there's a 17-year-old student in Tokyo who has permanently memorized over 2,000 kanji characters. Each character has multiple meanings, precise stroke orders, and contextual applications that would make your head spin. This isn't just memorization, this is mastery. And she did it while spending less time studying than you spend scrolling social media. The difference isn't talent. It's not genetics. It's not some magical Japanese brain power. The difference is method. She knows something you don't. Something your education system deliberately kept from you. Your brain has a built-in sequence called the forgetting curve. Within 24 hours of studying, 70% of everything you learned vanishes into thin air. It's deleted, erased as if it never existed. Your brain treats passive studying like spam email, automatically sending it to the trash. But here's where it gets infuriating. This isn't a bug in your system, it's a feature. Your brain was designed to forget useless information, and it considers everything you've been taught to do as completely useless. The highlighting, the rereading, the marathon study sessions, your brain categorizes all of it as meaningless noise. But today, the lies end. I've spent months researching how the world's most successful learners actually operate, and I've discovered 5 methods that will transform your brain from a leaky bucket into a steel trap. These aren't feel-good tips, these are weapons. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to use them to dominate any subject, ace any exam, and leave your competition wondering what happened. Method 1 is active recall, and it's going to feel like cognitive boot camp. Forget everything you know about gentle learning, your brain needs to sweat. When you read something, immediately slam that book shut. Grab a blank piece of paper and write down everything you remember, without cheating. Feel that mental strain, that burning sensation in your brain. That's a weakness leaving your mind. Lisa, a chemistry student who was failing in an exam, despite studying 12 hours a day, discovered this method during her darkest academic moment. She stopped highlighting and started fighting with her memory. She used to read a chapter, close the book, and explain every concept out loud to her bedroom wall. Her grades didn't just improve, they exploded. From failing to top of her class in 6 weeks. The struggle isn't punishment, the struggle is the point. When you force your brain to retrieve information, you're not just remembering, you're building permanent neural superhighways that can't be erased. The second method is the Cumin approach, and it's going to save you from yourself. Stop trying to be a hero. Your brain can't handle the entire textbook in one sitting, and attempting to force-feed it information is like trying to drink from a fire hose. You'll choke every time. Instead, become choosy. Target small pieces of information with deadly precision. If you need to learn 100 vocabulary words, don't spend the weekend in academic hell. Learn 5 words today, 5 tomorrow, 5 the next day. Your brain needs time to transfer information from temporary storage, which is like a crowded airport, to permanent storage, which is like Fort Knox. Give it time, and those memories become unbreakable. James Clear documented this principle. 1% improvement daily compounds into massive transformation. Michael, a medical student drowning in anatomy terms, applied this ruthlessly. Instead of marathon memorization, he targeted 5 terms per day. 6 months later, he knew more about anatomy than students who had been studying for years. Small actions, repeated relentlessly, create extraordinary results. Method 3 is spaced repetition, and it's based on hacking your brain's deletion schedule. Your memories die on a predictable timeline. Scientists have mapped when your brain starts erasing information, and the pattern is precise. Day 1, Day 3, Day 7, Day 14. These are your memory's expiration dates. But here's the hack. Review information right before your brain deletes it, and you reset the countdown. Each review pushes that memory deeper into permanent storage. Kevin, a law student who couldn't remember cases from one week to the next, used this method to transform his academic life. New case law got reviewed on schedule, every time, without exception. His bar exam scores went from bottom tier to elite level. He wasn't studying harder, he was outsmarting his own brain's deletion system. By the 4th review, those memories were locked in a vault that time couldn't crack. Kaizen is method 4, and it's going to demolish your excuses. 6 minutes a day, that's it. Not 6 hours, 6 minutes. Less time than you spend choosing what to wear, but enough to change your academic trajectory. 2 minutes active recall, 2 minutes spaced repetition, 2 minutes attacking your weakest area. This seems very small, but that's exactly why it works. Big changes trigger resistance. Your brain rebels against dramatic shifts. But 6 minutes slips under the radar. It's too small to fight. Jake hated mathematics with a burning passion. His solution, 6 minutes of daily practice, instead of weekend torture sessions. 1 month later, his teacher asked what changed. 3 months later, classmates were asking for his help. 6 months later, he was tutoring advanced students. Those 6 minutes never felt overwhelming, so he never quit. Consistency assassinates intensity, every single time. Method 5 is SHU, the art of environmental programming. Your surroundings control your mental state, more than your willpower ever could. Walk into a gym, and your body prepares for exertion. Walk into a library, and your mind shifts into focus mode automatically. This isn't coincidence, this is environmental conditioning, and you can weaponize it. Create your learning sanctuary. Same desk, same chair, same pen, same everything. Light the same candle, play the same music, arrange your materials identically. These aren't meaningless rituals, they're neurological triggers. After just 5 sessions, sitting in your designated space, with your chosen tools, will automatically activate focus mode. Your brain will shift into learning gear, without conscious effort. You're programming your nervous system to associate specific environmental cues with peak performance. This is your crossroads moment. Path 1 leads back to the same frustration, the same wasted hours, the same mediocre results that have been crushing your confidence. You'll keep highlighting until your books look like art. You'll keep cramming until your brain feels like pudding. You'll keep wondering why other students seem to learn effortlessly, while you struggle with everything. Path 2. It leads to transformation. Choose one method right now. Close this content, and test active recall by writing down these 5 techniques. Start Kaizen with 6 minutes of focused practice today. Build your SHU sanctuary in the corner of your room. The decision you make in the next 30 seconds will determine whether you remain trapped in academic mediocrity or break free into the ranks of elite learners. Your brain is a precision instrument, capable of incredible feats. It just needed the right operating manual. Now you have it. The only question left is this: are you brave enough to use it? If you found this useful, subscribe to our channel. Every week, I break down one science-backed study strategy, so you actually retain what you learn. Hit the bell to get it first.